If you want to laugh and have some fun, this is the podcast. This is the one. Lights, camera, action on your marker, set, go. Welcome everyone to the Suezie Show. Welcome everyone to the Suezie Show. Welcome everyone to the Suezie Show. Welcome everybody. Oh, yeah, that is a perfect sound effect for this episode. Oh, by the way, if you're easily offended, well, you won't be listening to me anyway, actually. I shouldn't even bother with that. No. All right, we'll skip that, but okay, if you get queasy or grossed out, I wouldn't probably listen to this one. I'm just trying to warn y'all. I mean, some of you might be doctors and nurses. I know my niece is a nurse. God bless her. Anywho, I don't want to digress because I want to dive right into this. This episode is very personal. Something that I recently went through. I don't know if you know anyone that might have gone through this or something similar, so maybe you can relate in some way. But, for the first time in my life, I got a hemorrhoid, or hemorrhoids, whatever you call it, just hemorrhoids, you say? I don't know. And let me tell you, if you never got these things, get on your knees and thank God above that you never got them, because holy shiznit. It's no joke, man. Hemorrhoids are no joke. And I thought that until I got hemorrhoids, I always kind of thought that hemorrhoids were, something that somebody gets from maybe pushing too hard if their dookie's hard or they're having a hard time taking a crap and you push real hard because your dookie's hard or something. But my sister pointed out to me that's not always the case, because if you got diarrhea, or if your stool is soft, okay, fine, I'll tell you what happened. I'll just do it. Fuck it. If I'm gonna do it, I'm just gonna do it. That's it. Oh my God. Okay, fine. Ready? I took 5 craps on a Saturday morning. And I don't mean just sitting there for a couple minutes and then hurry up and clean up and run away and then run back because I should have finished. No. I told you this is going to be real personal. I'm telling you, it's going to get in there. And no pun intended. Ew. Oh my goodness. So I take 5 craps, and they weren't like little craps and run away and clean up and be done and then go back. No. I sat on that toilet, I would say, for a good 15 minutes each time. Really. Honest to God, like a normal, just sit there, relax, go to the bathroom, clean up, and you think you're done. And then I go downstairs and, my stomach's like, you better run. I'm like, what the hell? I run upstairs, I go to the bathroom again, and it wasn't like, splat in the back of the toilet type of diarrhea. I'm just saying, it wasn't. It wasn't hard. It was kind of, in the diarrhea spectrometer of it. You know what I'm saying? It was over on that end, but it wasn't splatter. The splatter's like a 10. Mine was like a 4. So we'll call it 5 because I took 5 craps. So 1 to 10, mine was about 5, right? For as far as diarrhea goes on the meter. We made a dookie meter. I made a dookie meter. I love that sound effect. It is perfect for this episode. Oh my goodness. After I took the 5 poops and, cleaned up and everything, my butt was burning. And I told my nephew, who was a grown man, he came over, we were hanging out. I said, boy, and I told him I went to the bathroom 5 times, and I was talking about it like I was proud. Like, hey, I lost like 4 pounds this morning. Well, let's call it 5. 5's going to be the number. 5 is the magic number. So we're going to say 5. Yeah. So I was telling my nephew, told him like I was proud about it, but my butt was burning. And I assumed, there's another one, assumed. You know what that is. I'm not even going to do it. That's a good word for this episode. I assumed that my butt was burning because maybe I dookied stomach acid. Because you know how sometimes if you puke a whole bunch, you got nothing left in your stomach and you're literally puking up basically stomach acid? I thought that maybe I had pooped stomach acid and my hiney was on fire because of that. I go to take a shower later on and lo and behold, I got Charlie Brown's head sticking out around my ass. And I mean it. Do 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 do. Oh yeah, Charlie Brown's head with like a angry vein. Picture Charlie Brown's head, right? With like a really pissed off vein. What is that? What the hell is that? That'll scare the shit out of you. I'm gonna make as many puns as I can without even trying. That'll scare the shit out of you. Oh my God. But it will. It's scary. You're cleaning yourself and you find a lump on your body, especially in a area like that. You're like, whoa, what the hell is this? And look down and Charlie Brown's like, hey, can you help me get my kite out of the tree? Motherfucker, why are you on my asshole? What is this? And then we're not done. That's just the beginning. I have a trifecta for you. That's what I should name this. I should name it Trifecta. Some kind of thing like that. I don't know, but this is a trifecta. A trifecta of nightmare. Ready? That's just the first one. Okay, so now I got Charlie Brown's head with an angry vein out of my ass. Like, kind of on the taint. Listen, if we're going to talk about this, I'm going to talk about it. Charlie Brown was angry. I couldn't sit down. Oh my God, I couldn't stand up for a long time. It hurt. I tried laying on my side. You could feel it. And I bought myself some Preparation H and Tux medicated pads, right? Let me tell you, those things are great to buy if you have to go through anything like that with the hemorrhoids. Preparation H, I got the one with aloe and the Tux medicated pads that will help it so much. Basically, Tux medicated pads is witch hazel, and they are a little, there was like $8 for the whole pack, but it's worth it. You don't want to go buy witch hazel and use cotton balls because it's just, you don't want to mess around. You don't want little cotton things on your butt that you really can't clean. Anyway, I'm digressing on the ass. Let's not do that. We're not going to do that. That we're not doing. So the second thing that happened, I went with my nephew to go pick up some mulch because I was going to do yard work on the weekend. It was Saturday. And we went and got the mulch and came back and I pointed to him. I said, see that right there, that vine? I want to get that out and do a little more cleaning because I have like this wall that I have all these lilies and gladiolus that grow in this wall of flowers out in my backyard. And I mulch it and I make it all nice and pretty. And, spring/summer's here. I'm in New England and it's time to, redo the yard. So I got my mulch and we're over here and I pointed it out and he points out behind the lilies that are coming up, all the stuff that's growing in the fence, the vines and all this other. Long story short with that, because I'm digressing on that, I cleaned all that up without having these gloves that my sister gave me. My sister had given me these things that you slide on your hands and they slip up a little past your elbows to protect you from poison ivy, getting stabbed by pricker bushes, vines, bug bites. It helps. The only thing that's exposed are your fingers and your thumb. They kind of look like stockings, but they do work. And she gave me like literally, I think 10 pair, all different colors. And I've been pretty good at throwing those on. And it also protects you from getting sunburned too. And I've been good at putting those on. But when I pointed out the vine to my nephew and he points out all the crap growing in the wall, he started pulling stuff out of the wall. Now, I'm not the type of person to sit on my ass and watch you do something like that. And whether it's my yard or your yard, I don't care. I'm more the person to get up and help you do it. Big time. I'm not going to sit back and watch you, especially if it's my yard, watch you pick stuff out of my fence. No. So, of course, I walked over and I started picking stuff out. It was very spontaneous. I didn't know that stuff was growing between it, all the vines and all the crap. So after I did that, I went to my sister's house the next day, still got the hemorrhoids, and I did her yard. Now, I did the front yard, and I wore the protective things, just in case there were pricker bushes or anything, because she has these pretty bushes out at the front of her house, and I remulched and cleaned up around the bottom of the bushes and trimmed them up, mowed the front, nice. But there was a part in the back of her yard that nobody wants to go near. Spontaneous. I wasn't planning on doing the back of her yard. I brought one bag of mulch and my gloves and the protective arm things, and I wore them when I did the front of her yard and mowed and trimmed the bushes and mulched. I wore them the whole time. But I came back home, grabbed my other bag of mulch, and I was like, you know what? I only have to drop this bag of mulch. Everything else is done. I might as well grab the weed whacker. I'm already sweaty. I might as well go and kill the weeds along the fence. You know what? I got my weed whacker, and my weed whacker with my weed whacker that I got, of course it has the string, but it also has this other thing that has 2 metal blades that you take the string out and you pop that in. And when that thing spins, it's 2 metal blades spinning. So I went bananas with my metal jaws, whatever they are, whatever you want to call them. But I went bananas with them. Like, I had the weed whacker way above my head because she had these vines and all this crap growing on the top of her fence like a giant mess of a poof. And it was just flying everywhere. And I thought to myself, because I know that she has poison ivy. I've gotten it from her yard in the past. And I knew she had poison ivy or poison sumac or some shit back there. And I knew it. But I'm like, you're not pulling anything out of the ground. You know, you're not like, nothing's going to touch you, right? You're good. You're just weed whacking. But when all the leaves started, I chopped that shit up. It was a mess. And I cleaned that up. You don't know. It was like good 2.5 feet of mess, vine, all this. I wish I took a before and after. I usually do take before and afters. I took before and afters of the front of her house. Now that I said that, I'll put the before and after of some of the bushes in the podcast. Right about here, I'll put them. So if you ever glance over at your screen, by the by, if you ever happen to glance over at your screen when you're listening to my podcasts, I will sometimes insert pictures and other things scattered throughout the episodes. So if you keep your phone or whatever face towards you, if you can, and you notice the screen changes, it might be something that I put up that's more than just a picture. Sometimes it's memes, whatever. Anyway, I'm digressing. So that's Sunday. Sunday night, I come home, take a shower. I got all sorts of polka dots all over my arms and my forearms. I'm like, oh no. Oh no, please God, no. Because I'm still dealing with the hemorrhoids, by the way. Don't forget, I got the hemorrhoids, and they hurt. I mean, real bad. Seriously. And I was never more aware of my asshole in my life. I could say I was never more aware of my asshole in my entire life than when I got hemorrhoids. I could tell you that right now. Definitely. Oh, I was so aware. I tried not to think about my asshole. From the minute you wake up, boom, your asshole is like, hello, good morning. How you feeling? This hurts, doesn't it? It hurts so bad, feels like your whole asshole. It feels like somebody put a firecracker in your ass and blew it out. That's how the muscles feel. The muscles feel like that. So I got the hemorrhoids going on. Now I got poison ivy up both arms. Now, I want you to imagine this, just for a moment, if you will. Imagine having, and I'm gonna show the picture, they're ugly, they're gross. I've gotten it before, unfortunately, and I do heal up, where you can't tell, that I had it, but I get it bad. And thank God I'm healing up now, I'm starting to heal. Imagine trying to put Preparation H on your asshole with poison ivy up both of your forearms and around your arms without touching your legs, your inner thighs, your quads, nothing. It's like playing Operation from Hell. From hell. You could think, oh, I'll lift my leg up on the toilet. Okay, twist your arm around. I felt like one of those bendy guys. I don't even, like, you know what I'm talking, like one of those action figures that the whole thing could bend around. That's what I needed to be able to do, because didn't work for me. Wound up getting it on my legs, too. Yeah, and that, actually, I've been putting a baking soda mixture, and just packing it on my thighs and on my arms and everything. And it's working. It's working. I've gone to the doctor for this type of thing before, and they prescribe prednisone, and that stuff makes me crazy. I can't think. I can't talk. I mean, I do not do well with that stuff. I know it makes you better quicker, but I've been putting on Ivarest, which is it looks like calamine lotion, but it's a lotion you can buy over the counter. Ivarest with aloe. That stuff is very helpful. and a baking soda and water mixture. Just make a paste of baking soda. Or you could use white vinegar too if you want, but I've been using baking soda and water, and it works. Make it like a paste and make it to where you could sit or not move very much so it doesn't fall off or anything like that, because you want to put it on there. But it works. So now I got hemorrhoids and poison ivy. I go to take a shower and I feel a lump next to my ear. Now that's scary. Now I got Charlie Brown's head on my ass. What? Now I got two heads? What the shit is going on? I go in the mirror. I can't see nothing because of where it is. So I grab my phone and I turn the video camera on, very slowly pointing it towards the side of my face and my neck, hoping that it will get a clear shot of it. And sure as shit, I was bit by something. And I look closer. There's two holes. Bit by a spider. Yep. And I don't know what type of spider, but it looks exactly like when I got bit by a black widow. Okay, I got bit. I think it was last summer. I was doing my mom's yard. I was on the ground, and honestly, it felt like gnats, like a painful gnat bite. You know, the little flying teeth when it's like sunset. If you're at the wrong spot, all of a sudden all these little flying teeth come out and you're getting bit up out of nowhere. It felt like that, but a little bit more painful. I went to the doctor for that because I really felt woozy. I didn't feel like I really felt. It was a bad place to be. I got bit on both sides of my neck by black widows. Imagine that. Keep in mind, now here's the trifecta. I got hemorrhoids, poison ivy on my arms and my legs, and a spider bite on my neck. Booyah. It's unbelievable. Like, I don't know what the odds. I should play the lotto because that's to me, that tells me that I'm close to a breakthrough. When things like that, when you're attacked so obviously, you know, when things bad happen and it just feels like, whether it be your health or your love life or your job or whatever, but when you feel like you're being unjustly attacked, especially when it has nothing to do with anybody else. It's just, you know, something happened to your car, something happened to my asshole. I got Charlie Brown. You know what I mean? My arms are bloody. My legs are bloody. My freaking neck got a golf ball out of it. Okay, you know what that tells me? That tells me that I'm real close to a breakthrough. That something real good is right about to happen. Because I know a lot of people from all over the world. And I don't know anyone who had this trifecta. I mean, I'm kind of, in a twisty way, funny way, proud of it. Because, I mean, I could say it now, not proud of hemorrhoids. What the fuck, Suezie? I just said I'm proud of hemorrhoids. Oh my goodness gracious. No, I'm proud that I got through all of that because the hemorrhoids are all taken care of. My arms are actually, this is very recent that this happened to me. My arms, the hemorrhoids are mostly gone. I'm still using this special cushion. I bought a nice cushion. It's got a hole where your butthole would be when you sit down, and it's good for your tailbone and your posture. I didn't know that. It makes it where I could actually sit and I'm not in pain. My hemorrhoids are mostly gone. I'm still tending to them, or him. I'm still tending to Charlie Brown. You know, Charlie Brown's poking his head back into his house with Snoopy. My arms are healing, and my legs are starting to heal. My neck looks, I can't see it, but I'm feeling it right now, and the lump is the golf ball. It was a golf ball. I took a picture of it. Oh no, I still feel, it's small, but I still feel something there, but it's much smaller. I know I got pretty personal there, but I warned you in the beginning, I was going to get personal, and if you're squeamish, don't listen to this, because I put it all out there. Yeah, I did. That is what it is. You know, it says that 1 in 20 Americans are going to or have already dealt with hemorrhoids, and, but it does say that, only 2,500 Americans a year report black widow bites, so... The black widow, and I got bit by, I don't know if it was 1 or 2. It could have been 1 got me on one side of my neck, crawled around and got me on the other side of my neck. Man, he was going for the jugular when that shit happened. This one was too. It got me right on my neck. Right next to, let me feel it. Yeah, it's like if I go right below my earlobe, the bite is like a half an inch below my earlobe. Right there. That's where it got me, little bastard. But I'm on the mend, and I'm a strong woman, so, and I'm good to go. I'm too blessed to be stressed, baby. Anywho, thanks for listening. I'm gonna wrap this episode up. Thanks for letting me get so damn personal with you. If you have hemorrhoids now, I'm telling you, man, Tux medicated pads and Preparation H. Go out and get you some. And if you can, get you this pad, a cushion. Get yourself a cushion. Go on Amazon. It's worth it. It is worth it. Save your asshole. Don't let Charlie Brown ruin your life. Okay? Charlie Brown, he's a clown, not Charlie Brown. Oh my God. Thanks for listening. And I'll see you next time on the Suezie Show. Yeah. Thanks for listening and hanging out. I'll see you next time, without a doubt. Now you know where I am and you know where to go. See you next time on the Suezie Show. See you next time on the Suezie Show.